So we've just arrived in Wadebridge and we've just picked up our bikes from the Camel Trail hire, and we're going to make our way to Padstow. And the weather is pretty good at the moment. We've got our raincoats just in case, but looking forward to a good bike ride.
Let's get going. Good morning. I'm not sure if we made it very clear this morning, but we're actually, I know Hannah did a little bit, but we're actually hiring bikes and we're cycling all the way to Padstow this morning. So yeah, we're currently on the Camel Trail. It's a beautiful day. It was supposed to be raining today, so we're really grateful it's not. And yeah, we're just going to enjoy our day.
Yep, taking a quick water break.
Yep.
And strip some layers off because I was wearing a jumper and a t-shirt. Don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, so it's really muggy and humid today, so yeah, pretty good day for it.
Yep.
Have a nice day out. So here are our bikes that we're using for the day. They're some nice hybrids, and they're not that comfortable, are they?
They're alright.
The saddles are a bit uncomfortable, so they're okay.
We haven't cycled in a while, so we're probably going to be walking like this later.
Yeah, we're used to our bikes, we're used to our saddles, so yeah. So when Hannah was doing research, she found that we had to go across this really cool old train bridge, and we're coming up to it now. Is this the bit you've been waiting for?
I think there's more than one. I'm not sure though. It says weak bridge, so hopefully we're not too heavy.
Look how cool this is. So that was a pretty cool bridge. That reminded me of something like out of America rather than down south in Cornwall. So, oh yeah, it's an old railway station, so that's why it's got bridges like that.
Railway bridge.
Railway bridge. It's an old railway bridge, and that's an old. Yeah, so we're cycling on an old railway track that apparently Hannah said the council, Cornish council, bought for £1 and convert it into a cycleway. Now we're going to try not to get run over by the verge cutter. Hopefully it doesn't mow us down. So this old train track used to be used for transporting sand for the farmers to use as fertilizer on their farms, and then it was
used for carrying, I think, slate and clay as well. And then they had the last passenger train in the 60s, and then they closed it down.
So I'm not sure if you heard that, so they used to transport slate, clay, and did they do fish as well?
Oh yeah.
Fish, and then they closed it down in the 60s. So we've just made it to Padstow. We've ditched the bikes. Actually,
Yep.
we just tied them up, but we're going to go for a little walk around Padstow and see what they've got here. And then,
yeah, that's famous for Rick Stein's restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And apparently as
And
well.
lunchtime's coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, so we might treat ourselves maybe to some chips or something.
And then we're going to jump back on the bikes and we're going to head all the way back down the other way.
To Bodmin. We're going to go to Bodmin?
Yeah, probably.
It's gonna be a long day.
It's a nice flat trail, and we're pretty used to cycling, so
we're going pretty fast.
Yeah, we think we should be able to do it all right. So yeah, we'll see how we get on.
So we're in Padstow, and we are just opposite Rick Stein's restaurant, and I think he's got a takeaway as well. So we might go and help ourselves to some chips, and there's also a cookery school as well, so it's just literally opposite the harbour here, so it's got nice views, and yeah, you can really smell the sea here, can't you? So what have you got?
So that's from Rick Stein's.
What did you go for?
We got we got a large box of chips just to test it out, because it is quite expensive there for fish and chips. Well, it's not actually that bad for large chips compared to most places.
Was it?
It's It's £4 for this, which isn't. It's seaside food, isn't it? But it's supposed to have a really good reputation, tastes really good, so.
And you got lots of vinegar and salt on there?
To be honest, they look like just any other chip.
Pretty good.
Worth the hype?
That's pretty good.
So, out of 10, what did you give them?
I'd say they're pretty good actually. Some of them are quite crispy and they're soft. They're quite like a dark colour, aren't they? Yeah.
They are tasty, but I don't know if I'd come here just for them. I mean, maybe the other stuff on the menu is really good as well, but yeah, they're alright.
It's a seafood restaurant, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that overpriced really. £4 for a large chips these days is not that outrageous, but yeah, they're okay.
I'm enjoying them. You enjoying them?
Yeah. So we just finished lunch and we're just going to have a quick stroll around Padstow, but it's really busy, so we don't think we're going to stay very long. Because there's people everywhere.
Trying to keep our distance.
Yeah, it's a Monday morning and it's heaving, so yeah, we're going to have a quick wander and then get back on the bikes and head the other way.
To Bodmin. Yeah.
Nice.
So we found our bikes. They all look the same.
Luckily they're still here.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this is the estuary here, the Camel estuary. Oh, we've been so lucky with the weather. There's like a big grey cloud over there. That looks menacing, but...
Well, it was supposed to rain till Tuesday again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's not. So we've been really lucky. We had 1 day of rain yesterday. It was supposed to be 4 days of rain. So we've actually got away with it pretty nicely.
Yeah. The weather keeps changing just for us. So, ready to go?
Again.
How far is it now then?
Like 17 miles.
Okay, so it's 17 miles to Bodmin and then we go back to Wadebridge, don't we? And that's like halfway.
Well,
so we don't actually go all the way.
It's not quite halfway. It's 5 miles from here to Wadebridge or Weybridge, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And then it's
6
it's like, well, it's on that sign. It said 5 miles and 16 miles to the other one, so it's quite far, I think. So we'll see how far we get.
We've got lots of snacks just to keep us going.
Well, we've got a time limit till 5 o'clock as well.
Yeah, we'll see how far we get.
Let's go.
We'll take a nice leisurely ride.
This section going to Bodmin is so peaceful. We've just been cycling along the river. There's been horses with their baby foals, and it's so green and lush around here. It's incredible. Oh, big pile of horse poop. But yeah, I mean, it's really peaceful and really relaxing, and it's Hannah, and the sun's come out really nicely as well. And Hannah just said this feels exactly like what summer feels like for us, because we love to go on bike rides and get out in nature and explore. We've just come across another platform, and we were just saying how we did a cycle route in Canada, in Ontario, in a place called Algonquin National Park, and this route is really reminding us of that. It's just as beautiful, and it's like got the same sort of feels, like all the lush greenery and the beautiful sunlight out. So yeah, really starting to remind us of that. So you can have those foreign travel feels in our own country. So we've been cycling past this river all afternoon, and it's just so beautiful. So this is Bodmin Jail. Just cycled all the way from, where did we cycle from? Padstow, that's it. We cycled all the way from Padstow to Bodmin Jail. Pretty cool, and it's also a hotel and you can stay there. I can't actually remember where we left off. I think we were still on the bikes, and we're obviously not on the bikes anymore. We're back in the van now. We took the bikes back. It was a really nice, beautiful ride the whole day. We really loved it. And so yeah, we really highly recommend doing the Camel Trail if you're in this part of the Cornwall. It's a really, really nice old railway trail, so yeah, highly recommend that. And we've just found a park up for the evening, and it's opposite a cemetery, so we're hoping no ghosts and anything like that pop up in the night time and come and get us. But it looks really nice. It's really quiet here. It's a nice big lay-by that we're parked in, so we're going to put some dinner on soon and yeah, tuck in for the night.
Good morning everybody. So today we are off to Lantic Bay. We just had a quick pit stop at the local supermarket to pick up some essentials for today, and we're planning to spend the day at Lantic Bay and maybe have a little bit of an explore around there. So the sun is out and we're heading for the beach. So we've just made it to, where is it?
Lantic Bay.
Lantic Bay, and it's a National Trust car park that we've parked in for the day, and it's a little short walk to the bay itself, and the sun is shining. The car park was quite quiet, wasn't it? And we're just literally, the coast is just that way, and it's going to be 20 degrees, so we've got our sandwiches packed in our bag, lots of water and sunscreen with us too. So yeah, we're really excited to get down there and see the beach.
It's supposed to be really beautiful, isn't it? It's supposed to be like turquoise water, golden sand, and it's like look down on from cliffs, so we should be able to get some really cool shots and it's going to look amazing. It's going to look like we're in the Mediterranean.
We were recommended this by someone yesterday, weren't we? So we decided to make the trip just to come here specially because they said that it was one of their favourites. So
if you watched our Pen Founder video, this is probably going to be just as good. We hope.
I'm sure it will be. And it's not too far from Fowey, or is that how you say it? Fowey. It's like a harbour, which is supposed to be really pretty as well. And
also Polperro.
And Polperro, yeah. We did come to Polperro, one of our first holidays when we were first married, on a camping trip. So bringing back good memories.
That bird sounds like it's going to explode.
It reminds me of the bird on Shrek.
Yeah.
At the beginning, where it's like, oh. 10 points to the person who can name this bird.
So it's been a couple of days since we actually filmed this vlog, and we didn't film much more on a day because something happened that has happened only a handful of times since we've been doing travel photography and things like that. Hannah was in the water and I went back to where we were sitting, and I flew a drone, as we've done hundreds of times, and probably about 15 meters away, or maybe a bit less than that, there was a family, just two parents and one child, teenager, and the mum just made a comment. She basically swore at me about the drone, and so I just calmly said that I'm within my rights, I'm allowed to fly here, it's all legal and it's all fine. And she just kept on going at me. She just wouldn't leave it, wouldn't drop it. So I was actually flying a drone that doesn't need to be registered or anything. It's under 250 grams, so it's the lightest drone you can get. That basically means that they categorise it as a toy, so you don't even need to have any regulations over it really. It's kind of just, you're allowed to basically do what you want with it. But we always try to fly very respectfully and cautious around people, so we try to take off and get as high and away from as people as possible so it's not disturbing anybody. And so I said to her, it's like, I'm sorry about the noise, it's going to be up in the air in a minute and you won't even hear it. And she was like, no, I can still hear it, it's selfish, you're a selfish beeping person, all this sort of stuff. And so I was like, oh, I'm really sorry. And I told her to settle down because that's a bit unfair the way she was treating me. And so the drone was way out of the way and you couldn't hear it anymore. And she was like, I can still hear it. And so I just ignored her in the end. And I just tried to get some drone shots. And for about 5 minutes or more, she just kept having a go at me. So I said to her, you can have my drone flyer's ID number and you can report me if you want. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not doing anything wrong. They can check my flight logs on my DJI account and they'll see I've done nothing wrong. And she acted as if she knew everything, like she knew everything about drone flying. She knew all the rules and stuff, which she didn't. And she said, have you got a pen and paper then to take your number? And I said, no. Have you got a phone? She goes, no, I don't have a phone down here. And I said, well, how are you going to take my number then? She goes, just tell it to me. I've got a really good memory. I've got a big brain. I was like, all right then. And it's just like everything I suggest. Like she said, you're not even allowed to fly in this beach. And I said, I am allowed to fly in this beach. I've checked the flight mapping and stuff, and I'm allowed to fly here. And she's like, no, you're not. And it's just like everything I said, she just had an answer to and just wouldn't drop it. And so I only flew for about 7 minutes in the end, so I didn't get very many shots. So I brought the drone down and just ignored her. Hannah came back and saw her having a go at me, and Hannah's like, oh, here's another person, because it happens every now and then, unfortunately. And then so after I landed the drone, I went and spoke to a few of the other people sitting around where we were, and I asked them, I was like, was that disturbing you? Was it being inconsiderate? And they were like, no, you're absolutely fine. We thought it was really cool and everything. She was actually making more noise and more fuss and more drawing more attention to it than the drone was. So and one of the people said that we've all had a pretty tough year through COVID and stuff, and people just need to give each other a break, and she just needs to chill out. And one of the people said that she just had her pedestal to stand on, and she's obviously just one of those people who just has to make a drama and argue about everything. So it was an unfortunate end to the day, but we just wanted to talk about it because everybody just needs to give each other a bit of slack, and as long as you're being respectful and trying your best to fly away from people, we don't see the problem with it. We're allowed to do it legally in this country. We're allowed to fly drones, and we always try to fly in a way that doesn't disturb other people. So it was a bit of a sour ending to the day, but we still had a fantastic day at Lantic Bay. And we're actually moving on to Devon now, so we're leaving Cornwall and we're going to head to Devon. We're going to meet up with my mum and her husband Derek, so Derek will be back in the vlog for all of those who enjoyed Derek in the first vlog that we did. And then we're going to start exploring Devon before we've got to go back for a wedding and then head to Wales. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.